Hello. So I finally completed my Imperial Stormtrooper training and I've got my new Stormtrooper rifle. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? This is a High Point 1095 Yeti. So it's all white. I've been looking for one of these for a while because I wanted the all white one. I think it's kind of neat. It's got the typical stuff like the 9mm version of it with the bolts and stuff. It's got a little bit nicer cheek. This is like a soft rubber, so it's not like the hard one that was on the other one. But it's also got the spring-loaded thing for the butt stock on the butt of the stock. Sorry. It came with the typical stuff, the little strap for the sling. So you would just replace one of the bolts in the thing with this and put that on like that. And it also came with this is supposed to be a lock, a trigger lock. It's worthless, but that's okay. I use a gun safe, so it doesn't matter. But it's got the pick rails in various places. You could put a red dot like I did on the other one, or I'll probably put a handle on it or something like that. But it has one 10-round mag, which it actually lists 40 Smith & Wesson on here. And it's kind of interesting because I put this in my 40 Smith & Wesson, my 40 Smith & Wesson High Point, and it works fine. The only difference between the two mags that I can see is that this, on the 40 Smith & Wesson, it's got a little thing so you can't put the 10mm in. But, so you can use these in the 40, but you can't use the 41s in this unless you're shooting 40s. It'll fit otherwise. But let's get a quick trigger pull. They don't usually feel that bad, these trigger pulls. So make sure it's empty. So let's see what we got for a trigger pull. Let me try that again. That didn't feel right when I was pulling on it. Oh, or recock it. Sometimes if you push up here, it doesn't give you an accurate pull. You got to kind of go down to the end. Yeah. So I got 4 pounds, 15 ounces. That's the one drawback to this thing is if you up here, it doesn't pull the trigger. So because of the way it's arced, the arc is. So it's typical like the 9mm one. So it's got the ghost ring up here, which is kind of hard to see in the camera, but that's a ghost ring. And then it's got the post with the little circle part that goes around it. The back one is fully adjustable, as you can see. And you could take it off if you want to put a full scope or whatever. Or like a red dot will fit up there and co-witness. That's what I did on the 9mm. I probably do that on this. But I know a lot of people make fun of the High Points, but I wanted this because it's something that it's a pistol carbine that I could hunt deer with. In the state of New Hampshire, you can hunt deer with a 10mm cartridge. So this would be something that I could just throw in the truck and use, because most of the 10mm AR style carbines are well over $1,000. And this one, I ordered it. It was $395 online, and shipping and transfer fees and stuff, it came out to $450. So I probably paid a little bit more than I had to, because when I picked it up, the guy said that he had ordered another one for someone and they paid $405 out the door. So, but I didn't know he could get it, and when I saw this, I wanted it, so I just ordered it. So, but it's a neat gun. I love the white camo type Yeti. They call it the Yeti. So I don't know if you probably can't read where it says 10 millimeter and all that high point because of the white. But you can read it there easy enough. But it's a neat little gun. The texturing's a little bit better on this than on my 9 millimeter version. It's definitely a rougher texture, so it's not the same as the other one. It feels much nicer. The whole gun has a better texture to it. So, that's something else. This is threaded also for, suppressor or anything else that you wanted. So, it's a neat little rifle, and so let's take it out to the range and see how it shoots. Hello. So today we're going to be looking at the Stormtrooper rifle. This is the high point 10 millimeter Yeti. It's got that nice white stock. So we'll try some 180 grains to it and see how it works. These are the first shots out of it. No problems with that mag. These are the 170 grain ones. And no problems with that mag. So, worked flawless. So like I said, it's the high point 10 millimeter Yeti. Hello. So people are asking about heavier rounds through 10 millimeters. So I've got the high point Yeti here, and we're gonna try the different rounds. We'll try 5 in each. So the first one we're gonna do is 10 millimeter, 170 grains. Okay, those worked fine. So now we're going to step it up to the 180 grain by the Seller and Bellet. So and those worked fine. So next we're going to do is the 10 millimeter 200 grain bear load. So the hard cast. So I'm going to shoot the 200 grain hard cast bear load. No shot fine. So the last one I got is the double tap hard cast 230 grain. We'll see how those shoot. No problems. And that's through the high point Yeti. Hello. So as you can see, the high point did awesome out on the range. I knew it would. People knock them and stuff and say they're big and ugly and all that, but they work good. So, and I've wanted the 10 millimeter Yeti for a long time, and I couldn't find it. And now that I found it, I'm very happy. So, usually I show how to take these apart, but they're kind of a pain to take apart. So I usually just pull out the mag and lock it back and then clean it that way, because otherwise you have to flip these over and pull all the, pull pins out and all that, and it's a lot of work for something like that. But it did work great. The first 2 mags that I shot through it were these two, the 170 grain. I shot a mag of that, and then shot a mag of the 180 grain, and 0 problems. And then as I went on, I ended up shooting all 4 of these. So I ended up shooting the 170, 180. These are 200 grain bullets, the bare loads, and then the 230 grain, which they functioned awesome. So I have to say, I do like the rifle. It's what I expected, and it works awesome. So if you're looking for a carbine and 10 millimeter and don't want to drop $1,000, then look at the high points, because they're nice, and the accuracy on it. And I almost forgot to show the accuracy. So the 2 mags that I shot at first, this is what the accuracy was, and that was at about 15 yards. So it wasn't super close. I was just mostly checking the function, but accuracy wise, they're pretty good. So yeah, they're a nice rifle, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good night.